Another interpretation of the word still suggests that the still lives are not living or quick, but rather dead or still. This is an archaic interpretation of the term, but an example of this kind of language can be found in the Apostles' Creed. If you're a Christian or were ever forced to recite it, perhaps you still remember the phrase, "He will come to judge the quick and the dead," which means that Jesus will come to judge the living and the deceased. Moreover, the phrase still, as it relates to the state of being dead, is still preserved in phrases such as stillborn or stillbirth, which both mean, born dead. This interpretation of the word still could imply that the still lives aren't alive at all, only dead, which is consistent with what we observe about them in the movie. Static dead end may give us a better understanding of how still lives are. When Mark enters the recreation of the pitfalls room, it looks incomplete, like the no-clip objects are still emerging from the walls and the holes are being dug in the floor. Moreover, we see people stuck in the floor in the Christmas room from the movie. This may explain two things about still lives. As a still life emerges from the floor, perhaps it tries to move and winds up stretching and warping itself. It could also explain why so many still lives have no shoes. As they're almost finished emerging from the floor, they step away and they leave their shoes. The only notable exception, however, is